Can you improve your cardiovascular fitness in just 5-minute exercise snacks? Why do we care about our cardiovascular fitness? Well, it allows us to sustain higher levels of intensity of activity or exercise for longer periods of time. The other reason why you should be interested, ideally, in your aerobic fitness is because it is one of the strongest predictors of health and longevity. Another reason why you might be interested in working on your cardiovascular fitness is because your cardiovascular fitness, or your VO2, which is a measurement of your cardiovascular fitness, is highest in your early 20s. And then guess what happens? Well, from about 25 to 75, your cardiovascular fitness, or your VO2, decreases by approximately 1% every year. So that's a lot. Think about it. 10 years from now, 10% decrease. 20 years, you have a 20% decrease. The last thing you really want to know about VO2 and cardiovascular fitness is that it is modifiable, okay? Your VO2 is directly related to your activity level and your exercise levels. If you want to blunt the decline, or you want to even increase your fitness, you can do it. And that is the beauty of our wonderful, amazing bodies. Back to our question. Is 5 minutes of activity sufficient to improve your cardiovascular fitness? And the answer is yes. But likely, the 3 to 5 minutes is going to benefit someone who is really deconditioned. So maybe someone who has been on bed rest, or maybe somebody who has been hospitalized. So that 3 to 5 minutes will change their cardiovascular health. You might need a little bit more time exercising. So generally we encourage 10-minute bouts of exercise, right? We want to get that 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise in per week. So let's get back to the snack. But before we get back to the snack, I want to say one more thing. In all cases, you need to warm up when it comes to aerobic activity. First few minutes that you're on that bike, your body has to adjust, and it won't be until you've gotten moving a few minutes that we start to tap into the aerobic energy stores, and it will gradually increase more and more the amount of oxygen that we're consuming. And the other thing, you want to include a cool down too as well. You want to bring yourself back down and help the body adjust back down to normal levels. So, all right. So I said 5 minutes might be enough of an exercise snack to help someone who is very deconditioned. But regardless, that 5 minutes could be the base. And if you're doing 5 minutes several times a day, maybe what you can do with your exercise snacks is you start to group them together, and you have 2 exercise snack sessions back to back. And then you have your 10 minutes of continuous exercise. If you've been doing 5-minute exercise snacks and your focus has been on strength, can you use those same exercises to impact your cardiovascular fitness? Well, so what I did on my own, what I had been doing, I took my five or six snacks a day, put them all together in one meal. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to check my heart rate. I'm going to measure my heart rate. And I was actually quite surprised to see that I could get into my moderate zones with my strength, my quote unquote strength routine. Keeping things continuous in a circuit. So if you have 5 or 10 exercises, keeping that circuit going with smaller motions that maybe are slightly faster with lower loads, trying to use multiple body parts at one time. The last little tip I found was doing overhead exercise, overhead arm exercise. That's even without weights. Once you get the heart rate up, you may do an exercise that brings it down slightly. So you just go back to one of those ones that help you keep it up, and you just keep it up and you keep it up. Use a heart rate monitor. Heart rate monitors are great, and they're a great way for you to see which exercises increase your heart rate into your moderate zone initially. Kind of use the heart rate monitor just as a baseline. Put the heart rate monitor on and see what it does. See what your heart rate does. Make some mental notes of when the heart rate goes up, when it goes down, when it, it's not moving at all. No, I'm just joking. Don't get too wild is what I'm trying to say. Just step by step. Feel better and do more. Because honestly, exercise is one of the best things you can do. And it's one of the things that you have the most control over. So jump on board and join me. Until then, bye-bye.